Welcome to the sixth video in our series on finding your weight loss path. Here, we turn our attention to the use of weight loss medications, something that's very popular and sought after in our society, and something that I am not particularly excited about. Medication as a path toward weight loss can be a legitimate option for some people, so although my own enthusiasm for them overall is quite low, I am not opposed to their use in all scenarios. My observation is only that the importance of medication is greatly overstated and that our focus on the natural methods is substantially underdeveloped. I find that most people do not need or benefit from medications for weight loss. I believe that we should strive to use as few of them as we can and try to get the greatest benefit out of what we do use. That's good value and it's good medical practice in my view. In this video, I'm going to try to openly and transparently share why I feel this way. I'll share a bit about my experience as a prescriber of medications and then conclude with some thoughts about how, despite my philosophical perspective, I still conscientiously prescribe some of these substances to people in certain specific circumstances. I hold the view that most people are normal individuals and have the full potential of being healthy and achieving a normal weight if they are provided with the few fundamental things that everyone needs: fresh air, sunshine, clean water, healthy food, a safe environment, positive relationships, and the right mindset. I see that many of the maladies of our era stem from the fact that we've cut ourselves off from the natural rhythms and systems of this earth that support and sustain us. Flowing out of this view is a philosophy of minimalism, which pervades my approach to life in general and certainly to medical practice. I think it's a core ethos of first doing no harm, to minimize our interventions and do as few things to people as absolutely necessary. One of my overarching goals as a primary care doctor is to help people strengthen their core health so that they need as few medications as possible. Making healthy decisions that can lead to weight loss is one of the very best ways to do that. So, to start adding pharmaceuticals in order to lose weight, it feels like we're moving in the wrong direction. I look across the healthcare landscape and I see that many people do not share this view. The system often seems to view human beings as separate from the natural world and not dependent on it. It increasingly seems to see a majority of people as flawed, even genetically deficient in some fashion. There's increasingly a sense that people are not capable of attaining health through natural means, that they're in need of biotechnology in order to remedy their deficiency. And so here we're running right into the clash of these perspectives. What really is the root solution to obesity and our modern metabolic dysfunction? To paraphrase Thoreau, there are 1,000 hacking at the branches for every one who strikes at the root. You take a society that is ill due to physical inactivity and the production and consumption of toxic food, and you try to fix that by giving people drugs. And that feels like hacking at the branches to me. And I see the intensity that the system is pushing, the medication intervention, and I feel like I just want to push 180 degrees in the other direction. And that's what simple fasting is. It's my best attempt to strike at the root. The causes and solutions to these problems are not many, and they are not complicated. And if we can help people to clearly see this, that there are powerful natural paths that we can take. We can help many people turn around their health in a relatively short amount of time for practically no cost. Fasting is a key to that beautiful vision, in my view. Medications, on a societal level, not going to take us there, as far as I can see. So that's the big picture. But it's not as clear-cut as simply medication's bad. That is not my view. In many ways, it'd be easier if things were so black and white, but there is definitely gray on this topic. And the subtlety is that I have worked with some people over the years who have benefited from using medications for weight loss, especially in the short term, and especially those with type 2 diabetes. And of course, I only want people to be helped. I would certainly offer medications to someone prior to them considering surgery, for example. Before I learned about fasting, I would try to push people to exercise more. I would encourage them to eat the healthiest food I could. I gave every piece of standard advice, count calories, portion control, and this would often not substantially move the needle, and I felt stuck. I don't know who was more frustrated, patients struggling with weight, or me having spent a large amount of time and money on a medical education that did not give me the tools to help people accomplish the one thing they repeatedly asked me to help them with. This is why so many medical providers turn to medications for weight loss. They give standard advice, and it's not enough, and they're told by the system that medications are the way. And it's how many people who are struggling to lose weight come to seek medication in the first place. They're looking for help because standard advice does not work, and they see the commercials. So much money influencing the situation. For a time, I prescribed significant amounts of pretty much every kind of weight loss medication, and I'll just summarize that experience by saying it was less than inspiring. I'm not out here starting a channel, the wonders of pills. I probably would do that if I was sufficiently inspired, but it's not like that. Some modest efficacy for some people, but also side effects. All weight loss medications have cost and risk. Flashy new products that everyone wants seem so great until they put someone you're trying to care for in the hospital with pancreatitis as a drug reaction. Then it is not so fun. How many people with a mild benefit does it take to cover over such a harm to someone? That's a tough question to answer, but it's why I move as much as I can toward the natural paths. And it's why fasting has been such a joy to find. More power than medication for much less risk and no cost. There are no magic, risk-free fat burners. At best, a medication functions as an appetite suppressant that can help someone to eat less. But one can also train themselves to eat less without medication. And that's taking us toward fasting, which, in my view, is the best way to eat less. To open up food-free space so the body can access the energy storage directly. As one builds skill with fasting, and the body adapts, most people experience hunger diminish over time. Now you're getting a powerful appetite suppression effect naturally without any medication. And if you can find that space, you can get all the benefits of a medication with none of the cost or risk. And how empowering could that be to realize that ability within your own body, that you are independent and powerful? That is transformational, and it's definitely the best case scenario. So just like I've said in the other videos, I want people to find the path that works for them And I am not saying that medications have no efficacy. If you are following a medication path and it's taking you where you want to go, I am honestly so happy for you. You are welcome to share that experience here. Using medications is certainly not incompatible with fasting. It can all work together. If a medication can help you fast or avoid snacking and unhealthy food, then you can derive benefit from it. And that is a good thing. And when people are really struggling and can't make any headway on any other path, I will, on occasion, use a medication to try to get that effect. And then I'll try to use it to help them train the routine that will help them eventually get back off of it again in the future. I hope these thoughts are helpful and give some context to what I'm doing on the channel. I think this issue, medications, is such an important topic to think deeply about. Please share any thoughts or comments you have, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we will contemplate surgical weight loss.